Your body doesn't just feel hungry. Here's how it knows. You probably think you know what hunger feels like. Your stomach starts making noises. You feel that empty sensation. Maybe you start thinking about food. So naturally, it seems like your stomach is simply telling your brain that it's time to eat. But that's not actually what's happening. Your body has an entire system dedicated to deciding when you should eat. Your stomach, intestines, liver, pancreas, fat cells, and brain are constantly sending signals to one another. They're basically having a conversation about how much energy your body has available. And the most surprising part is that your stomach isn't even in charge. A small region deep inside your brain is helping coordinate the entire process. It's called the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus controls many basic functions that keep you alive. It helps regulate your body temperature, sleep, thirst, and appetite. But how does it know when you're hungry? It doesn't simply check whether your stomach is empty. Instead, it collects information from all over your body. Your stomach sends signals. Your intestines send signals. Your blood carries information about nutrients and glucose. And even your fat cells release hormones that tell your brain about the amount of stored energy in your body. Your brain combines all of this information and uses it to help decide whether you need more food. The result is something you've experienced thousands of times: hunger. But one of the most important signals in this system starts in a place you might expect: your stomach. Your stomach isn't just a container that holds food. It's also part of your body's communication system. When you haven't eaten for a while, your stomach releases a hormone called ghrelin. Ghrelin is often called the hunger hormone because it helps signal to your brain that it's time to eat. As ghrelin levels rise, your brain receives that message. You may start feeling hungry. You might notice your stomach rumbling. And suddenly, food becomes much more interesting. But here's the interesting part. Ghrelin isn't simply a meter that checks whether your stomach is empty. Its levels can also change based on your normal eating schedule. That's one reason you might suddenly feel hungry around lunchtime, even if you weren't thinking about food a few minutes earlier. Your body has learned patterns in your daily routine. But ghrelin is only one part of the system. Once you actually eat, the signals begin changing. Food enters your stomach. Your digestive system starts processing it. Your stomach stretches as it fills. And sensors detect that stretching and send information toward your brain. At the same time, your intestines begin releasing hormones that help signal that food has arrived. Your brain starts receiving a completely different message. We're getting food. Energy is coming in. You don't need to keep eating forever. And this is where hunger starts turning into fullness. But your brain still needs more information. Because having food in your stomach doesn't necessarily mean your body has received the energy it needs. The food has to be digested. Nutrients have to be absorbed. And those nutrients have to enter your bloodstream. That's where another major part of the system takes over. Your blood can tell your brain what's happening with the energy currently available to your body. And one of the most important signals involves glucose. Glucose is one of the main fuels your cells use for energy. After you eat, carbohydrates and other nutrients are broken down during digestion. Some of the resulting glucose enters your bloodstream. Your body detects these changes and adjusts several systems in response. Your pancreas releases hormones that help control the amount of glucose in your blood. Your cells take in glucose and use it for energy. And your brain receives information about the changing energy state of your body. So hunger isn't simply your stomach saying, "I'm empty." It's your entire body constantly monitoring what's happening with its available energy. But there's another signal that makes this system even more interesting. It comes from your body's stored energy. Your fat cells aren't just passive storage containers. They also communicate with your brain. They release a hormone called leptin. Leptin helps your brain understand how much energy is stored in your body. When energy stores are available, leptin provides one of the signals involved in reducing appetite. This gives your brain another piece of information. Not just, "Have I eaten recently?" but also, "How much stored energy do I have?" Your body is essentially checking both its immediate energy supply and its longer-term energy reserves. And all of these signals eventually reach the brain. The hypothalamus helps process them and coordinate the body's response. That's why hunger can feel like such a simple sensation even though the system creating it is incredibly complicated. But there's still something strange about hunger. Sometimes you can feel hungry even when you've eaten recently. And sometimes you can go a long time without eating without feeling extremely hungry. So what else can change the signals? Your environment, your habits, and even your brain itself. Think about the smell of freshly baked food. You might not have been hungry a moment earlier. Then you smell it. Suddenly, you want to eat. That's because hunger isn't controlled by hormones alone. Your brain also responds to external cues. The sight, smell, and even thought of food can influence your appetite. Your brain has learned associations between certain situations and eating. Maybe you usually eat while watching a movie. Maybe you always have a snack after school. Maybe you normally eat dinner at a certain time. Over time, your brain begins to recognize these patterns. That means your body isn't only reacting to how much energy you have. It's also predicting what's about to happen. And that's one of the most fascinating things about hunger. Your body doesn't wait until you're running out of energy before doing something about it. It constantly tries to predict what you'll need next. Your hormones, digestive system, and brain are working together to keep your energy levels within a useful range. Too little food, and hunger increases. Food arrives, and fullness signals increase. Energy becomes available, and appetite can decrease. Then, hours later, those signals begin changing again. And the cycle continues. But there's one final twist. The feeling of hunger isn't always a perfect measurement of how much food your body needs at that exact moment. That's because appetite and hunger can be influenced by many things. Sleep can affect appetite-related hormones. Stress can change how strongly you want to eat. Physical activity can affect your energy needs. And your daily routine can influence when hunger signals appear. So the next time your stomach growls, remember what's actually happening. It's not simply an empty stomach making noise. It's a conversation between your digestive system, your hormones, your stored energy, your bloodstream, and your brain. Your stomach is sending signals. Your intestines are sending signals. Your pancreas is responding to nutrients. Your fat cells are reporting energy stores. And deep inside your brain, the hypothalamus is helping put all of those messages together. You experience all of that complicated biology as one simple feeling. I'm hungry. And that's what makes hunger so fascinating. Your body has built an entire system to make sure you don't have to consciously calculate when you need energy. You don't have to measure your blood glucose. You don't have to check your stomach. You don't have to calculate how much energy your body has stored. Your body is doing all of that in the background. And then it sends you a signal. Go find some food. It's one of the simplest feelings we experience. But behind it is a remarkably complicated communication system that's working every single day, whether you notice it or not.